Hold your action.
Hello!
Hello.
Welcome back to Adventures Out There.
I kind of want to hear about what old your action is. How old is your action?
Dang it, stupid mics.
Mine's about 3 years.
The 3-year action, huh?
Yeah, I've been holding it.
Dude, gosh dang it.
It's a very specific action.
All right. Well, welcome back to Adventures Out There, or whatever the heck I decided to name it in the future.
Gonna just go with Adventures Out Here because he's lazy.
Shut up. Well, we're here to give you another.
Do you deny it, Caleb?
No, I don't.
Do you deny?
I don't deny it. We're here to survive a bit longer, maybe talk to some tribesmen and make sure that nobody dies a horrible, gruesome death of starvation or thirst.
Or freaking
Yeah.
bludgeoning to death by gnolls.
Or gnolls.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
What do we know of the gnolls? I forget.
You what?
Like, I know that we know the gnolls are about, but how did we find out about them?
When I was hunting with Glim for that deer, we ran into like a herd of deer, and the deer were like just grazing, and then suddenly a bunch of gnolls come out of like the woods and like start chasing them.
A whole
And
pack, yeah.
right before they jumped out, we like started shooting at the deer, and the deer started running, and then they jumped out after we did that. They chased off like the one we hit, and so we shot at another one and got that one. So
Okay,
yeah.
so do we know
I have
that
no
they're
idea
like,
what's going on.
do we know that they're like the worst thing ever?
You don't know them at all.
Nobody knows anything about gnolls?
Nobody knows anything
No.
about gnolls. Nobody
No.
made that check. And yeah.
Great.
We're
screwed.
Right before that as well, though, Ander, when you were hunting, before you even found the deer, you came across a battlefield where there was dead orcs, goblins, and gnolls strewn about a clearing.
Yeah, that happened, guys. I forgot. That did happen.
So you know they're probably not friends with the orcs and goblins and bugbears.
Definitely something we should talk about to our orcish friends.
Sure.
But yeah, last time you guys did things, I'm not 100% sure everything you did.
I don't really remember either.
But you guys were on your way to trade an animal carcass. You had some hide and you had some meat. I think you skinned the hide off of it, so you have the hide and then you have the meat separate.
Yeah. We need some rope.
And you're looking to get some rope.
For a wonderful world.
Yeah.
And then you figured out the camp was 7.5 hours away, and you decided it might be best to do it as a morning day trip.
Exactly. Yes.
So we will...
Day trips.
Yep, day trip. We will start there.
So we're leaving right now?
Yeah, you're leaving. So you guys are just getting up in the morning. Clem was on watch duty to make sure nobody's coming in. Cornwick's still asleep. Zacharias just got up, and Andrew just got up as well.
Yeah.
Zacharias is roused from his sleep and immediately sits bolt upright and says, "We have things to do. Very important."
Sure. Guess we'll do it.
He easily
kind of rolls.
He picks up the meat like under one arm, like the entirety of a deer carcass, and casually picks it up and walks out.
Do we have anything else to trade? You think that'll be enough?
Do they want wood?
I doubt they would want wood. But we don't really have a whole lot else. Yeah, let's go.
I think that's all we have.
Where's Cornwick?
Cornwick's asleep. He's in here.
Oh, I see him. Yeah. Okay. I was just okay.
Wait, a human or what?
Cornwick's a gnome.
A gnome wizard.
Wait,
Let's
so
get
what
out.
is everyone?
We'll get to that.
Oh.
So, you guys head off. Glim gives you sort of directions towards where the bank was, since he was your map guy.
Thank you,
Oh.
Glim.
Oh yeah, he's the map guy.
At least you're the survival guy.
Yeah.
So you guys need to go ahead and make your survival check. Make sure you don't get lost.
Okay, I'll do that.
Do I need to
Like
make one?
advantage because he's with me, working with me. Or no?
No, I've decided not to do that because it would make certain powers useless.
There you go.
Only in some instances would that come into play.
Got it.
Makes sense. Too many chefs in the kitchen kind of thing.
Who ruined my well? I will destroy them.
So you guys walk for about an hour. You get to the bank of the river where you can cross. Where you met the orcs before, Tug and his gang.
Know that rivers used money.
Money?
A riverbank.
Oh, good. Give me a d20 roll.
Me?
Yep. Right. Yeah, that doesn't... Okay. Good. So you walk for a total of 5 hours
Oh.
before you come across any signs of life. In front of you, there are a couple bugbears walking forward. They seem to see you, and they're coming forward, like towards you.
Do they seem to be hostile?
You can give me a perception check, or an insight check. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say that'd be insight. Give me my -1, please.
They don't seem like they're in the best of moods. But you wouldn't think outright hostile.
Zacharias waves joyously and brandishes, kind of shows them the deer a little bit under his arm. Says,
Okay.
hello!
They stop and they just like gesture to you to walk forward.
He
Cool.
gives them a nod and then continues on.
All right, and I assume Ander goes with.
Didn't I
Yeah,
teach one of them-
Andrew's gonna follow along.
Didn't I teach one of the orcs how to wave?
I think so,
You
yeah.
got one of the orcs to wave at you, but he didn't know what it meant.
Yeah. Okay.
So the bugbears start leading you away. After a couple hours, you make it to a place where you can see a little bit of smoke on the horizon pretty close by.
Ah, that must be the camp.
Oh,
At this point,
All
you
right.
notice that there are actually orcs, goblins, and bugbears in the tree line, and they just seem to watch you as you go past.
Zacharias waves at them.
None of them wave back.
Andrew's just gonna like kind of hug his arms a little closer as he goes. Kind of grip onto his short sword a little bit better. But he knows that if he shows signs of aggression, they're not gonna like him. So he's not gonna
Zacharias
do
kind
anything.
of he gives like a little like slap to his shoulder, like a gentle, it's like a pep, like a come on, don't be so hostile.
All right, let's go with his sword hilt. he's kind of like scolded. He's like, oh, all right, fine.
We're good friends.
yeah. Good friends.
All right, so you head a little further, and then you get to the camp. This camp is fairly large comparatively to what you'd expect most, like, tribe people to have. They have wooden huts with like thatch roofs.
Zacharias makes notes on this thatch roof to see if he could maybe try to replicate it in the future.
Well, yeah, it's mostly thatch and mud. You
Yay,
see,
mud.
You see people standing out in front of their huts with fires, and they seem to be cooking things. Others seem to be crafting things like clothing or weapons.
Or rope.
They seem to be using some sort of rope, yes.
Ooh.
The bugbears take you further into the camp until you get to a not bigger but wider sort of hut. So one of the bugbears, he sort of gestures for you to sort of stop. You figured that one out pretty easily.
Yeah, he stops.
The other one goes inside and comes out a minute later with the chieftain who you met before.
Yay!
Zacharias waves. Does he wave back?
The chieftain will hold up his hand in sort of like a wave, but he doesn't like move it back and forth.
Zacharias smiles widely. That's a success.
Ander will
in his
nod
book.
him.
The chief will walk up to you and then start making gestures similar to the ones you've seen before.
What gestures would those ones be?
You'll need to give me an insight check to see if you figure it out.
Ooh.
Zacharias tries his best, but he knows he's most likely going to be relying on
That gesture.
on Anders. Yeah, Ander, the freaking anthropologist.
Yep.
Roll your advantage, man.
Oh, sorry. Yes, of course.
Do you get advantage for the insight part? I thought it was only for the
No.
other parts.
It was no. It was like the talking parts.
Yep.
Oh, damn.
So I get like advantage on like deception, intimidate, and persuasion.
Yeah, so you don't really pick up on what he's putting down, if you catch my drift.
Zacharias assumes, and he gives a big smile and nods, pretending to get it. He
Yeah,
sits down.
Ander doesn't.
He sits down cross-legged and unwraps the hide and opens up the sack to reveal the meat. And he holds up the meat. Is there any like rope around nearby?
Yes. There would be a bit.
He'll pick up the meat and then go to like the rope, and he'll hold up the meat and then point at the rope and kind of do like a taking gesture and then like a giving gesture with the meat.
All right, give me your persuasion.
Hey.
And then boop. He kind of gets it, but you're pointing at a rope that seems to be tied to something, so he picks up the stand that it's on and sort of holds it out and holds out his hand.
Zacharias shakes his head and points at the rope itself more closely.
Ander kind of like pokes you and does like a noodle kind of like motion with his hands, like he would have like Play-Doh or whatever, kind of like as if you were like twisting a rope. He kind of does that, kind of like a tube.
That's a
As
description.
he's like miming a hand. All right.
All right, and a persuasion with advantage.
Advantage persuasion. Ooh, it's not the greatest, but guess it'll do. That's a tough. All right.
Oh my gosh.
He seems even more confused, and then like starts trying to bend some of the pieces of wood. But seeing this is about to break, he immediately stops and then just looks at you confused.
Yeah, Zacharias stops. What's the rope's purpose on whatever they're looking at?
It's holding pieces of wood together to make sort of a stand, sort of like that you would throw laundry or hide over to dry it or something like that.
Zacharias will try to Is there any like coiled rope elsewhere?
I'll just give a. I don't know if they really would keep loose. Yeah, they don't keep loose rope around. They seem to use it pretty much when they have it.
Aw.
And it's not like
Zachar-
rope. It seems to be like made of something else. But it's like what they're using as rope.
I mean, it seems to be working for them, so.
Yeah.
Zacharias will try to more firmly gesture to the rope itself and not the rest of the thing. He'll even start grabbing the rope and like pulling it a little bit to show like this thing. Roll again.
Yeah,
He's just
I'll
gonna
give you another roll.
keep trying until he gets it.
Same roll.
That's fine. Eventually, the chief nods in understanding and then shouts something at. He doesn't shout really, but he'll say something to one of the bugbears and points. The bugbear will nod and start walking away.
Zacharias smiles.
The chief will turn to the other bugbear, say something else, and then point in a different direction. And then the chief will then look towards the woman sitting nearby, a female orc. Say something to her and then point at a pot that's nearby. They all go off in their different directions. The woman goes to the pot, picks up a couple wooden bowl-like things, fills them, and brings them over to you.
Oh.
What are they full of?
They are full of some sort of brown, sludgy liquid.
Zacharias,
Must
can
be
I attempt
food.
to identify it?
You can give me survivalist, I guess.
Jeez, I'm rolling pretty good.
Yeah, it seems to be. It seems to be a soup with meat and some sort of vegetable or something in there that you don't recognize. But the water they used is a bit muddy.
Knowing that it's soup, Zacharias takes it, gives a thankful nod and a smile, and gulps it down.
Lander will follow suit after watching Zacharias' expression after gulping it.
Does it taste bad or anything, or?
It tastes like soup with dirt in it.
So that's probably pretty good for stranded on island standards.
And it's probably
Yeah,
slightly,
sure.
probably a little bland as well. Not many seasonings.
Yeah, it's still island stranded standards. So he gives a big smile after sipping it. He looks to the chief and the lady and he says, "Thank you," in an effort to try to start teaching them certain things.
Common.
Yeah.
The chief will point at the bowl and say something back.
I don't know what you're saying, he says.
Wait, what does he say, like?
You don't know what he says. You can try and interpret it if you'd like.
I'll
Well,
try to
because I'm
interpret.
gonna assume it means bowl or what the
do
sludge stuff
bugbears
is.
speak?
Yeah,
Do they just
yeah,
speak?
no.
I don't know.
Zacharias literally does say, "I don't know what you're saying."
Oh my gosh, Zacharias, he's trying to tell us what the soup is, like how to say it in his
Oh.
language. Get it now? Yeah.
Zacharias mimics what he had said and points at the bowl and does like a questioning head tilt, like Falagnik or whatever he said.
Oh yeah, the chief will he'll look at you a little weird and then nod.
Ah, thank you, he says again. I'm gonna add in my freaking bio. I'm gonna add the amounts of orc language I know.
Yes,
tribal
perfect.
Wait, orc language is a thing? I thought it was just goblin.
Well, Orcish is a language. However, this is not quite that. Not
Yeah,
that they
they're-
would know that. Neither of them speak Orcish.
No.
I would figure it's different considering they don't know, because like where we're from, orcs typically know common and stuff, don't they?
Yes.
So we're pretty sure that they don't know any of the normal languages that. They're completely
Yeah.
isolated.
Yes. In where you're from, orcs and goblins know common, but they also have their own language. Just to talk to each other. After just a minute or so, you guys pretty much finish your soups if you keep eating it after the first sip.
Yeah, Cart. I keep wanting to say Cart. Zacharias will finish it, and he'll start pointing to other things and like looking at the chieftain with a tilted head to see if he could get him to say what it means.
Let me give a bloop.
Hey,
He seems to kind of understand what you're wanting, and starts trying to teach you the language.
nice.
You get a couple words. I
Yeah.
guess you get a couple words in when one of the bugbears comes back and
Ooh. Can I see if I got the word? Like, could one of the words I know now be for the word for rope?
sure, yeah, that'd work
That's gonna be pretty dang useful.
since you're trading for it.
Yeah.
Um,
And Zacharias will also try to start teaching him some things. Like when he finds out the word for meat, he'll try to teach him the word for meat.
all right.
So that way it's like, common trading stuff, maybe hide. So can I add meat and hide also to my tribal language words known?
Sure. You notice that the words for hide and meat are very similar.
Makes sense.
In fact, if you try hard enough, you can figure out that the word for hide is just hard meat.
Ah.
Anyway, yeah, so the bugbear comes back, and he's sort of pushing forward a green-scaled, sort of lizard-looking man.
Oh.
How big are they?
Bugbears?
Green scaled lizard looking man.
Are you talking about the bugbears, or are you talking about the players?
Bugbears.
Bugbears are massive. They're like almost 8 feet.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember when they came to the camp, it was terrifying.
Yeah.
Your 6 foot wall.
wall.
Yeah, we had our 6-foot wall, we could see him over it.
So if
We should-
Jackson, would you like to describe your character?
Oh, green scaled man. Oh, I get it.
A dragon. Wait, what was it called, Caleb?
Just Dragonoid, using the stats
Dragonoid.
of Dragonborn.
Dragonoid. I'm 7 feet tall, so almost as big as the bugbears, but not quite. I look kind of like. I wanted him to look more like a lizard man, but more to define him as a dragon.
As the lizard man and the bugbear come closer, the chieftain will point at him and at the lizard, and then point at you, and then give
Yeah.
like a giving gesture.
Oh.
Do they speak Goblin or?
This is interesting because since you know Goblin, you've probably interacted with them before. These goblins, orcs, and bugbears and hobgoblins are nothing like the ones back on the mainland, where you would come from. But yeah, you're still.
Zacharias kind of looks at him. How does the chief seem to be disposed towards this person? Like, does the chief seem to think that this guy is bad? Like, is he giving him angry looks or anything?
No, but you notice the bugbear seems to be holding a bunch of gear that was probably not from this place.
Ooh, I like this sound. This.
Seeing the new gear, he looks at the lizardman and says, "Do you speak?"
Times.
Oh, thank goodness. Zacharias pats his forehead from sweat. Oh, what brings you here? Why do they have you captive? Is he captive? Is he like tied up or anything?
He's not tied up, but Jackson, you were captive.
Do you know why you were captured?
I don't know.
Well, they seem to be giving you to us, so that's good.
Sounds another person.
The chief seems happy and nods.
Zacharias looks over to the chief and asks the word for rope with the questioning gesture.
And then the chief will like point in the direction he sent the other bugbear and say something else that you don't know.
Wait, from their dialogue, could I pick up some things, or
You wanted to pick up some things while you were captive?
Because he's been among them for a while.
If you, it wouldn't have been super long, but yeah. But if you want to give me a intelligence or wisdom.
Ooh.
You've not picked up on this language at all as you've been captive.
see what I got? Okay.
Yeah. Zacharias approaches the lizard man. So are they like restraining him or anything? Or is he just standing there?
He's standing there.
Zacharias will approach and offer a handshake. Is the hand shaked?
Oh, it's not.
No, you do it like this. Zacharias goes over to the chief, who I'm pretty sure he practiced handshakes with before, right?
I think you shook his hand once and he was confused, yeah.
Yeah, he goes to shake the chief's hand.
The chief will reach out his hand, but then he holds it there as he grabs your hand.
Yeah, and then Zacharias does his best to shake it up and down a little bit.
It's very
He's
stiff.
strong enough.
It's very stiff at first, and then the chief starts going along with it.
Zacharias turns to the chief and says, "Very good, thank you."
I look.
He looks over and whispers
Look
to
like
Ender.
he's thankful for what the handshake.
Does the chief look thankful? The chief seems happy that you two seem to be able to communicate.
Ah, I see.
Zacharias will whisper at Ender, "See, I'm teaching you how to say thank you. It's applied learning. I learned it from many books that I read."
Ender just nods. He's like,
He doesn't even need to roll a bluff for you to know that he probably hasn't read very many English books, or common books, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Well then, I suppose we're just waiting for the rope, or he says rope in their language. The falafi. I don't know.
Ender just kind of shakes his head. He's like, yeah, we gotta wait. We're waiting.
Yep. Another the bugbear that had the gear at this point, now seeing the pleasantries, will hand the bag of gear to Drage. Not that you got his name.
Yeah, I was gonna ask for his name, but I didn't. Yeah.
So you have your gear now, Jackson. Eventually, the other bugbear comes back, and he's got a bit of rope. Not like a whole ton of it.
Enough for a well.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Because I think you need like 20 to 30 feet.
Yeah, and I think I had rope, but I used it all on the wall.
You did.
Yeah.
We sure did.
You had hempen rope.
I think I was the only one with rope though at that time.
Yeah.
So we used my rope for the wall.
It was a good cause.
Yeah, I mean it was good, but yeah, we used my rope.
So
he will. I was gonna say he accepts the rope.
Yep, the bugbear hands you the rope, and then the chief holds out his hand.
Yeah, in the same action as he takes the rope, he holds out the bundle of hide and the sack of meat.
And he'll take it.
And then Zacharias once again says, "Thank you," and goes for a handshake.
The chief will take your hand again and then like almost pull you down as he goes to shake.
Ah, Zacharias loves this. He's so happy that he's learning the idea of a handshake. He shakes with equal vigor. It's a sight to behold. As two extremely strong people shake each other's hands with great force.
Nearly knocking each other over, picking each other up.
Is he smiling or like just like?
It's like a very
is he, like-
small smile, but yes.
Okay, so it's like so he's not like
Whenever
uncomfortable.
I see this guy's like happy or excited or something, it's not like extremely.
It's like a stoic happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Zacharias also has this big grin as he shakes his hand, and then turns to Ender with he wraps the rope coil around his shoulder. All right, shall we head off with our new friend? What's your name, by the way? Yes, the lizardman.
Bridge.
Drage. Good to know. Welcome to the team. We have a little settlement, I guess you would call it.
I'd
No.
call it a camp.
A country.
Sure.
We have a country.
Ender kind of mouths him. No. He mouths him no.
It's a good land, a community of sorts. I think you would enjoy it.
See both of you with bewilderment.
Ender's just kind of like, well, we haven't really. Well, we'll tell you along the way. Let's go.
Yes, he turns back to the chief. Thank you, and then leaves.
All right.
So on the way back, Andrew's going to explain to him that they got into a crash on their boat, and it just didn't. Everything just kind of like fell apart from there. There's only 3 of them left over after the boat crash, so they kind of like went inland. And Zacharias insisted that they build a colony in this clearing, and the other 2 were like, all right, well, as long as we're looking for other survivors at the same time, sure, you know. So
Only found
that's kind of what's going on then.
he nods at you guys.
Zacharias will try to gauge what Drage is good at. Like, what
Paper.
do
You
you
could
do?
ask him.
Cloth.
Oh, you work with cloth then.
He holds out his hand if you guys have any.
Zacharias will pull out one of his many sacks and hand it over.
How many sacks do you have?
I got 3 left.
Okay.
My guy proceeds to lick his like when he licks it, it's greener his saliva is, and he starts drawing a map.
Oh, shiz.
Map maker.
Ender
You
has
and-
some sacks too, I forgot.
Yeah, he goes, you and Glim would get along nicely. He also makes maps like this.
That's right. Jackson
Yeah,
actually gets to
Glim
look at
is-
the map.
Glim is the cartographer. He's the one that studied the island before we got here. Or, I guess, remembers everything.
I studied the island. I read many books about adventuring beforehand.
Ugh.
So Jackson, you
Picture
see the map?
books.
I do not at all.
Not at all. You there? Oh, I
All I
gotta.
see is black.
I have to give you the actual. There you go. Now, do you see it?
I don't
Sure.
see it.
You don't get to see the map.
Oh.
Yep.
First, there's some trees.
So this where the flag is right now is where the camp is that you just came from.
I would probably not know where that is. Okay.
This is your power for picking cartography.
Oh. Oh.
This is what you can do. Don't move it around.
Okay.
Yeah, this
A
right
bit
here.
more map
This right here is where the
than
camp
already.
is. I assume you guys are making your way back, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna be heading back. I mean, so it took 8 hours to get to the place, right? So it's gonna take another 8 hours to get back.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah.
it's
Hmm.
gonna
Oh.
it's gonna be like dark when you get home.
But I don't read books. But now you know what a book is.
I read
Hey.
books.
Well, Zacharias is a very different person, for he reads books.
Oh dang. That was his bluff for
For reading books.
books.
Good.
He doesn't
Yes.
Believes you. He's not going to look into that. He doesn't
He
really
doesn't
understand.
because out of character. He doesn't read books. He looks at the pictures in books.
Oh.
That's why his intelligence is 7.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, your leader.
His leader right here, everybody.
He's
Good
not
thing
a
he-
leader because he demands to be leader.
He didn't demand to be leader. He just he's the only one who really just stood up and took charge just all of a sudden.
Yeah,
He
pretty
was
much.
born for this. It's a good thing he rolled such
Yeah.
good deception. No one will ever know.
The world man.
Even getting a look into it, so. Ha! Believes you because he doesn't really care.
Yeah.
Good. So I'm gonna need a D20 from somebody.
last
Here,
one.
here you go. Ooh,
Ooh.
good. We both rolled. Oh, okay.
Neither of those matter anyway.
Okay.
All right. So you make it back to camp. That's where the camp is, Jackson, on your map there.
Hey! I write it down.
Boom, written. Oh, I gotta actually
Oh,
put.
On a sack.
On a burlap sack.
It's
we're
a
home.
map.
We're home with a drage.
And a big old coil of rope. What was the name of our Cornwick. Cornwick.
Zacharias.
Zacharias musically calls from outside as he walks up with the rope.
Conwick comes to the entrance. Oh yes. Oh, what?
I've obtained rope from the tribes people.
Good. Why are you telling me?
Because you were helping with the well, and I don't know how to tie a knot.
He wants you to make it. Well, we're gonna use the rope for the bucket for the well. Remember? Wait, do we have a bucket?
Yes.
I don't remember if we had a bucket or not.
Yeah, that's how we got the water.
We can also say that
Oh, okay.
Glim was working on building the post.
Yes.
For the bucket.
Yes. So we marched through the night for this?
You march through the day. It's night. It's getting to be night now.
Oh, okay.
Does anyone have anything that could be used to make a hook?
Here, we'll just use this.
Hook.
It would just be nice to be able to unattach the bucket so we could still use it to gather water.
That. Zacharias. See, what we're using this bucket for is to gather water.
But what if the well runs dry?
Well, if it
A river
runs dry,
near
then we can untie it from the rope.
Ah, smart man. He
Yes.
bends down on a knee and pats your head.
Wait, how big are you, Zacharias?
He kind of shoves your hand off before you can pat it. He's like, no,
Zacharias
no.
is 6 something.
I was just wondering.
Like 6, I think I
How-
was running
how
with
tall is
6'3" or so.
Yeah, Ander is 2'11".
Well, I'm the biggest one in the
Almost
group.
3 foot.
How tall
the
is
biggest one.
How tall is Drage again?
I'm 7 foot.
Ah, nice.
So you can also, Drage, just for the heck, you can also see over this wall because it's only 6 feet high.
Oh yeah, by the way, this is our new friend Drage. We obtained him from the camp.
Oh, Drage! Yes, hello! Yep, it's a gnome. He comes running up to you.
It's gonna be good not to be the only big person here, to be honest.
On his
What's that?
on this gnome's shoulder, you see a teacup with arms and legs holding onto his beard, and on his other shoulder, you see a squirrel. Hello, yes, you are Dragonkin or Dragonoid, yes, yes. Yes, I know of your kind, yes. Did you choose or
Forced.
Oh, it's unfortunate. I'm very sorry.
What?
Bad.
Zacharias looking around confused.
Did you say bad?
Looks sad.
Sad. Yes. Well, I'm not powerful enough to help you. I'm very sorry.
What?
But I can make your stay much more comfortable. If there's anything you need from me, anything at all, I will help.
Andrew is looking very confused by this dialogue.
Can I try to roll a knowledge to see if I ever read any picture books and looked at the pictures close enough to get to know what's going on here?
Yeah, give me a history check.
Alright, here's my good old -2.
You can do the same if you'd like, Mr. Ander.
Oh, I
Alright.
keep rolling so good with my penalties.
Good. Don't complain.
I know, it's just it's weird.
Andrew doesn't know history. You never studied it in school.
I think Zacharias might be an idiot savant.
Zacharias, you've seen a book where you've looked at the picture, and the picture was of dragons as well as these dragon-like human beings running into battle against large feline animals like lions and tigers.
You're a brave man, Drage. He pats his shoulder.
With bewilderment.
Andrew just is like, I don't know what's going on. Then he kind of turns around and kind of goes to the fire to see what's cooking. He's bored with this dialogue now.
Yeah, they'd have some of the extra meat on that you left behind.
Oh, good. How much do we have left? Like, do we have enough to last a couple days, or I don't even remember.
Think you have enough for today and half of tomorrow.
I see.
Zacharias looks to Drage and says, I see you have a wood-cutting axe. Do you fancy chopping wood?
Sure.
I think we'll get along just fine. He pats his shoulder.
Sure.
Now, what needs to be built? He looks around. Well, because we heard Zacharias knows about the strange hyena people, right? They told him about them, right?
Andrew, I'm gonna assume told everybody about what they found on the hunt.
This confuses even Cornwick.
What's so confusing about it?
I've never heard of such a being.
Oh.
Must be native to this island.
We should, considering how they seem to be hostile, fighting the good tribes people, we should consider defenses against them.
Maybe you should have asked about them while you were there.
Or are you, Rarg?
Yeah, kind of channeled a little Rarg there.
Speaking of talking about gnolls. You're right, we should have, but I didn't know how to word it, you know. It's hard to communicate with those people. But it's going to be easier now that I'm picking up their language. For example, he comes over to the rope that Glim's tying and points at it and then says the word for rope and raises his eyebrows like...
Huh?
Yeah.
Isn't it cool?
Why don't you
Andrew's
just
not
use
impressed.
vines?
Use what?
He says vines.
Lines are brittle and can break.
Also, you know, you got one of
Vines
these
are
scrolls.
brittle?
You got one of these scrolls for me last time. You can get again, you know.
What scrolls?
What do they do again? Andrew kind of calls from behind.
You talked with an orc named Tug at the waterfront with one of my scrolls.
That's right. That's why I have that in my notes. He looks at his hand.
Okay.
He does have chalk. It's literally just chalked onto his hand.
I swear, it's like you don't even pay attention to what I can actually do for you. I'm the food flavor, and that's all I am to you.
I'm sorry. I'm not very knowledgeable when it comes to magic.
All you
Your
care
ways are-
about is Jeeves.
I forgot about Jeeves. Where are you, Jeeves? Zacharias looks around.
A piece of dirt flies up from the ground.
Ah, how's the mudding of the wall been going?
The mud flies at the wall, slams across it.
Does it look like it's been going good?
I forgot about that. So yeah, he's probably got a bit.
He has
Why
been doing it
laughing
for like
annoying?
16 hours. No, it's funny.
Great.
But yeah, he's been going at it for a good 16 hours if he's been working on it since we left.
Oops. Yeah, he's actually nearly done.
Good work,
Is
Jeeves.
Doc just to come into this, or
Yes, you do. I think Zacharias
Okay.
does actually too, because it's only
What
6
do I
feet
do?
high.
Yeah, I see over it. You know, perhaps we should construct the wall to be a little higher. After seeing
That's
those,
a good idea.
seeing those tall, horned beasts the other night, I'm not quite sure if it would conceal us. You know, we could also invest in some sagebrush or other sorts of bushes to put around to disguise it as a bush of sorts to fool animals.
Whoa. When they eat the bush is
Better they eat the bush than us.
well that's you're right, you're right.
Plus, there's plenty of other bushes in the jungle to eat. I would know. He starts chewing on a branch that he has.
Andrew just laughs at this time instead of shakes his head. He just kind of laughs, chuckles, and he's like, "Zacharias, you bring light to my life."
Good. I plan to
That's all
bring
he-
light
that's
to
all he
everyone on
says.
this island. I will bring us all together. He looks super like noble for a second.
Andrew is no longer you know, laughing anymore. He's just kind of like, "Oh, okay, whatever," you know. back to his usual mood.
If you guys recall earlier, he started eating grass when he heard that there wasn't any food.
Gosh.
Dredge is starting to eat all your guys' food.
Dredge, we have to ration that.
Meat or the raw meat?
Well, I mean, the raw meat's gonna go bad soon, so you can eat that if you wish.
He starts eating the raw meat.
Just not all of it.
Zachary chimes in.
Yeah. We still need to
Not
eat
all of
food
it.
after all. Perhaps we should go hunting or something.
Yeah. Is it nighttime though?
Oh, that's true. Let's say,
We'll have to wait for tomorrow.
Cornwick, what do you know about farming?
I know literally nothing about farming. I'm a court wizard.
I don't know. I've seen books about magic and people being able to conjure large beanstalks that go to giants' castles.
I'm
And you're just like, sorry.
I am not an agricultural wizard.
Good to know. I'm sorry about my naivety when it comes to this.
Wear less clothing.
What?
What? both Zacharias and Cornwick both look over at the same time. What?
It's an answer. He just keeps eating the raw meat.
He's just ignores him.
What?
I think
Everyone's
it's
just
better
staring
from what
at
I
him.
just heard rather than whatever you actually said.
Yeah.
He's no. He'd be wearing less clothing. That's what I said.
Oh.
I thought you, I just heard you should wear
Nice.
less clothing or something like
Yeah.
that.
Same thing.
Well, that's technically what I'm implying. So,
Good.
no.
Zacharias is wearing hardly any clothing. He never wears a shirt.
That's great.
Unless it's a chain shirt.
You are wearing a chain shirt.
Or no, it's a ringed armor.
Or a ringed shirt. Yeah, there you go.
Well, I suppose I tried.
Not
I mean, I wouldn't suppose. I mean, hey, I wouldn't suppose a court wizard would be flavoring foods either. That's pretty impressive.
Bah! Merely a parlor trick.
It's impressive.
What else can you do?
I have Jeeves. You see a piece of mud lift next to you.
Jeez. Nice.
He's a
I
personal
touch-
servant.
Does Jeeves have like mud on his hands? Can we see like handprints flying around?
No, all the mud goes away.
Oh, you have flying mud.
Or,
Sat the mud.
You of all people should know what wizards are capable of, you crazy.
He looks at you.
Here. Ander, drink this! And he produces a potion from his sleeve. Hands it to Ander.
Andrew kind of looks at him. What does it do?
Drink it. Prove our friend that I can do something.
Zacharias,
Glim, you drink it. Hands
I'll
it to
drink
Glim.
it. Zacharias grabs it.
Good, this will be better.
Zacharias takes it and immediately gulps it down.
Also, the fire is going. Boop.
Better at me than someone who's not here. Don't want to kill Glim.
Alright, so you drink the potion and you feel tingling, and all of a sudden your skin everywhere starts to hurt.
Wow, you produced a
thank
pain
goodness.
potion. Amazing.
Boom!
Ah! He looks down at everybody as he says that. Wow, you produced a pain potion. As his voice gets deeper as he increases in size.
Zacharias
Andrew's just like, what?
Zacharias doubles in height and quadruples in weight.
Can I step over the wall?
Probably.
Zacharias steps over the wall. I'm going to chop some trees!
Immediately just like, ah!
He takes advantage of his great size to run over and just start, like, his equipment grows with him, right?
Yes.
So he
Oh my
pulls out
God.
a giant saw and starts trying to hack through trees.
How long?
I'm looking that up right now, actually. I think it's a...
He does grow in size with you.
that'll last for 1 minute.
The
I must
rotten
hurry!
meat
What'd you say, Drage?
do it again.
Oh, I could do it again. Why?
That'd be very
He just
useful.
shrugs.
He just shrugs.
Zacharias tries to bring down a tree within the minute that he has.
You want to try another one? Here, Ander, you want this one?
I can see it. You hack a tree with a little axe in your hand.
It's a giant saw! My equipment grows with me with this.
Andrew kind of turns around and he's like, do I become stronger?
Not with this one, no.
Oh, well, alright. Andrew kind of drinks it this time, not as skeptical about it, because, yeah.
All right. Well, Ander vanishes.
Should I roll a strength check to try to remove this tree from existence?
That one in particular, yeah, that one's still bigger than you are, but
I
Might be
also
this
have a
one.
saw that's probably like freaking like that long.
oh, you're using the saw. I thought you were just gonna try and rip it out of the ground.
Oh no, no, not that strong. Should I roll a strength check or a strength save?
Do a strength check, see if you get it one swipe.
Let's see. Would this consider?
Saw?
Oh, am I? This was a strength check to break, is it not?
Technically, yes.
So I have advantage on this.
Go ahead.
Advantage.
Ugh.
You also have
11.
a couple extra things for being in large.
Do I get double advantage?
No, even though that's what you're supposed to have. So I'll just say you have another +5, so 16. It takes you 2 swings. So yeah, Amber just vanished.
Ander, he's like, whoa, wait. Does he see himself vanished, or is everyone else
You cannot
kinda
see
like...
yourself either, no.
In that one, where will the body end up?
Ander just kind of freaks out. He's like, whoa.
You can hear him, so yeah, you hear him start freaking out, Drage.
He's like, whoa, like running around the camp. Kind of steps on some rocks over here.
Rocks get
Comes back over.
dislodged and fall to the ground.
He kind of like bumps
We
into
don't know if
Glenn.
it's Ander or if it's Jeeves.
It's me, I promise, guys. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's still here. The body will end up, wherever he is.
The
Okay.
body?
Yes, your body, wherever you are.
Yeah, well, yeah, assume so. Andrew, you hear him patting himself like right next to Drage.
If you don't want to stay like that, you can prick your finger or something. It'll cut out.
You could what with my finger?
Prick it.
Prick it.
Yes, prick.
How long does this last if I don't?
An hour.
Oh dang.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm good. He goes and pricks his finger.
The ground shakes as Zacharias appears over the wall carrying an entire tree. Where should I put this? Quick! It's like, where should I put this?
On the outside of the wall! Ander calls.
But then things could climb in.
It's too big to go on the inside of the wall. Put it next to the other tree.
I have an idea. He'll try to quickly like break off all the smaller branches with his hand and then try to just plant it in the ground with like just a massive post in the ground.
Okay.
Should I roll for that or?
You're just trying to slam it into the ground?
Yeah, to make like a big makeshift post.
Okay, yeah, sure. Strength check.
All right.
With advantage.
So yeah, with advantage, I assume. Bam.
There you go. You made a new tree with no roots, so it's probably gonna die. Where'd you put it?
I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm just putting it like right here. I'm just trying to make it like a.
So pretty much
trying to,
you just
plant
put a.
it- Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to put a post in the ground.
But it still has like branches and stuff.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna break up the branches later, but
Alright, well, I'll just put another random post there, I guess.
tree.
make it bigger because it was a big tree.
Let me just grab this. Hold on. Let me take this over here so I can just make it as big as this. Boom. There you go.
Bam. We'll find something to do with this. I just imagine after he enlarges, he just steps over the wall, and everyone just hears "ah, whoa, just like tree falling over noises.
Okay.
He returns and steps over the wall and probably starts shrinking about now.
Yep. You start shrinking and you like trip over the wall.
Hey, he's got rocks for hair.
Nice.
Who does?
You do.
You got rocks on your hair.
Eat the rocks.
Oh, not on my screen.
Ugh.
No, because your token's always on top.
I have become one with the rocks.
He shrinks to a regular size, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's regular size.
You're not one with the rocks. You were like, whatever.
That would be exceedingly useful if we need to build a much, much larger wall.
Yes, it would.
You really are quite useful, Cornwick. I'm sorry I doubted you.
You should never doubt your court wizard.
I've never dealt with wizards before. I did not know what to expect.
Can you do potions?
Can I what?
Can you do besides potions?
Scrolls? You know some scrolls?
I cannot read scrolls. He looks
Andrew's
around
like, yeah,
nervously,
sure. So
hoping
scrolls.
nobody. Andrew looks around nervously, hoping nobody calls that he can't read at all. Zacharias looks around nervously.
Here. Who wants to read this scroll?
Glim should read it.
Here you go.
Andrew can do that too.
Oh, here, Ender. You're gonna read this scroll now. You volunteered. I heard it.
Oh, sure,
Read
yes.
books.
What does the scroll say?
You need to give me an intelligence
wanna-
check to see if you fail.
Dang it!
Hold on, I gotta be right back.
Dang it! What's dang it, Jackson?
So he should read.
Trey should read it.
Hello?
Hi.
Zach, because he reads books.
Oh.
Oh, but this is so much more fun. Oh, we get a roll on the mishap table.
No, please. Don't want it. Oh. Oh, jeez.
Let me just pull that up real quick.
All right, what I missed?
He failed his reading of the scroll.
Guys, how cool would it be just to get a large person and then build like a replica of this wall, but just out of bigger trees?
All right, give me a
Pretty cool.
1d6.
Ooh.
Ooh.
As you're reading it, the scroll itself sort of burns up, as did the last one, and just fizzles away. Nothing seems to happen.
What?
Thank goodness. Nothing seems to happen.
What?
All right.
That's strange. What did you do?
I don't know. I tried to read it. Did it?
The guy that reads books read it.
That's true. You want to read one? Here, try it, Zacharias.
Zacharias, you try it.
I'll read it.
That is an int check, sir.
You mean my best check?
Of course. Without
Well,
advantage, you got a
that's
1.
Nat 1. This looks so good.
All right, give me a 1d6 twice. 3 on both. Oh no.
Oh no.
He reads it, the spell fizzles, and all of a sudden, let me... How many of you are there? 5?
Oh crap.
No, not the same, please. It will not work. Oh my god. I will switch it to 4. I need to switch it to 4. What?
How?
Just roll a 5. I only roll
GM.
max, guys.
Right.
All right.
It's gonna be bad for us if we ever fight anyone.
All right. So that is Zacharias and Drage. Zacharias
Yeah.
and Drage. Zacharias, you start to feel scratchy. Everyone looking at him, you see that scales start sprouting from his body, slits open in his neck, and his fingers become webbed.
I think that one was Zacharias was just pretending to read, and he accidentally did a magical incantation.
Also, you're having a hard time breathing, Zacharias.
What a strange spell!
Drage,
Is the Andrew looks at Glim? Is the well functional?
Glim will nod his head, but Drage starts to grow hair from underneath his scales, as well as
gosh.
his hands become long claws.
I'm gonna go get some water.
You really are
I
quite
runs to the well.
Zacharias looks at Cornwick and says, "You really are
Would be
quite the
painful.
talented wizard."
Gross.
He's gonna try to get water.
Probably, yes. So you start using the new well. You get out some water.
You
I have
come
a
back-
bucket of water. I run back to Zacharias.
Zacharias-
Zacharias, come here!
He's on the floors, flopping on the ground like a fish.
Ah!
How did
He
you
slowly pours water on your
How did you cast it on him? This is a single person spell.
Was it a spell to keep me from breathing? Because if it is, it's working.
No, it's a spell that alters your form as you want it to. Maybe you're thinking about fish.
I suppose breathing underwater would be quite interesting.
He's pouring water on your what's it called? Those
Gills.
Gills?
gills! Oh my
Does that
gosh!
actually, does that work? Does
Yes, that
help?
works. You can
slowly-
breathe fine as the water is there.
He slowly pours water on your scales
But
until
you,
it runs out.
how did you change? That should not have changed 2 people.
Your wizardry works in unexpected ways.
How? Both of you did something very unexpected with my spells.
I don't think I read it
Do
right.
anything.
Zacharias just thinks that it was meant to happen and that he's a really powerful wizard. Do you think this will stop? As interesting as it is, I would like to breathe air again.
Oh yes, let me figure out how long that'll last.
As he does that, Andrew goes and gets more water.
Can I get the hair removed?
It'll remove itself after a certain amount of time.
You could always have a haircut.
Oh yes, it'll last an hour, and since there's no caster, they can't end it prematurely.
Is freaking Drage, does he have nice hair? Is it good hair?
It's like wolf hair.
I was hoping it'd be like some really sick dew.
So am I shedding my scales as the hair is growing?
No, the hair's just growing from underneath the scales.
So all your scales
would
have
they
like
be popping-
hair.
How deep is our well?
So it's probably very slick, because they're probably going down and out the scale like that. If you know what I'm saying.
Okay, so animal. Think of the animal that does. They do have scales, but I don't remember.
Armadillo.
How deep does the well go?
The well, I think, was 20 feet.
Oh, okay. Zacharias will just, as Ander comes to get him water, he just kind of steps aside and staggers to the well and just bends in headfirst and drops in.
Wait, how
He'll
deep
try to
is
use
it?
his. It's only 20 feet. He'll try to use his hands to slow his fall because he's probably wide enough to touch both sides.
Yeah. All right, so we'll say to the water is about 20 feet, and then the well itself is probably about 7. The water,
Okay.
the water level.
That's fine then.
No.
Should I make a check to fall gracefully?
You can make an acrobatics if you'd like.
Not
It's curled up in a
advantage.
ball.
It's just cannonball. Yeah, you fall fine. You don't hit your head on the walls or anything.
Yeah.
So now Zacharias is at the bottom of the well.
After he's in there, you guys just hear splashings and woohoo! Whoa! I can swim around very easily.
Gosh.
Echoing noises from the well.
What is it, boy? Zacharias is in the well?
We need to
I'm
get.
just curled up in a ball.
We need someone with an animal companion so we can make that joke.
I
There's a
mean,
noise in the well.
Dredge, who's curled up in a ball, is channeling Wolf right now.
So what hell?
So is Zacharias at the bottom of the well?
Sounds like he's swimming.
Splish splash,
So-
splish splash.
So how long is this gonna last again?
Oh, this'll last an hour.
Oh my. Well, Zacharias, have fun for an hour.
I am.
Okay. And kind of walks away. I think he'll. So wait, he planted a tree next to the.
Not quite planted, more like
Was it this?
implanted.
Right there.
It's not going
Yeah.
to be living for long.
Yeah, it'll die
Okay.
soon.
Cool. Is this tree like right here? I mean, never mind. It's like nighttime, right?
It's about to be, yeah.
All right. Well, Dre, since you're gonna be a part of our camp, I believe, we might as well get you a shelter of some kind to sleep. Do you have a bedroll or anything?
Lay on the ground.
Does it look like it's gonna rain tonight?
No. I haven't been doing weather.
Perfect.
I could start doing
Alright.
weather. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that's a smart idea. All
There's
right.
a really good random weather generator on Donjon.
Yeah. I'm planning to do weather for the Kingsmaker campaign.
That's
King's
gonna be
Meat.
fun.
Yeah. I'm planning
Sounds
to do a
cool.
Kingsmaker campaign a little later down the line.
Later.
We have to finish the ones we're in first.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so I believe I'll turn in for the night. It's just who wants to take the first watch?
I can take the first watch. You hear from the well.
Zachariah! Can you even hear me from down there?
Probably
Oh, I
not.
can take the first one.
Yeah, probably not. That's funny.
And Zacharias'
Splashing
head
around.
is probably under the water most of the time.
Yeah,
He
that's
probably
true.
can't even hear us.
Can Zacharias swim?
me a roll.
Probably. He's probably pretty dang buff.
Can Zacharias swim while in heavy armor?
He doesn't wear his armor all the time.
You're not wearing your armor right now?
Yeah, remember I always have to specify when I put it on.
Okay.
So I can make it athletics if you want.
No, you can swim fine.
Yeah, he's a good athletic boy.
If you were wearing your armor, I'd do it. But
Yeah, no.
Off
Well, I mean-
yet or
say again.
hours? Is the hair off yet or no?
Oh, it hasn't taken an hour. You guys have been talking.
Trace his freaking hair right now. He looks very odd.
I know the first thing that happens to Jackson when he builds his dragon characters, it turns into a wolf.
Anders like, all right, I'll take the first watch since no one else wants to. He's gonna like climb on top of the wall and just sit on it, waiting for Zacharias to stop being a fish.
Well, I'm going to bed. Goodbye.
Good night, Cornwall.
Cool.
I forgot. Anders doesn't like people, but I guess he has to like these guys.
I guess Glim will also.
Stuck with us.
Yeah.
All right. An hour passes. These two are probably asleep. What are you doing when the hour ends, Zacharias?
He will reach into his bag, get his pythons, and use them to scale out of the well.
Yeah, so yeah, you'd start to feel tingly again, and the holes that are your gills on your neck seem to start closing. And you're having a harder time breathing water from them.
Yeah, when that happens, he quickly gets to the surface.
All right, yeah, just give me athletics for climbing.
Do I get a bonus for using pythons?
I think you get like a plus something, probably +2 or something.
Okay, well, let's do it. Ah, sploosh!
Oh my gosh,
It now starts drowning.
Yeah, so it turns out you didn't actually notice.
Oh.
And so now you start breathing in water, and then you're like, this is wrong.
I'm
gonna need a
Andrew's at the
con
top of the
save.
well after hearing the splash, and he looks down. He's like,
Con save?
Yeah, con save.
Hey.
You're fine. You're able to get to the top of the water, and you can try and climb again.
He spits
Oh,
out
we
water.
Well, I don't think you should climb the rope. Moral support. You can do it.
I can get out of here. I know it.
You can do it.
I didn't climb out here without an escape strategy.
Didn't
Rolls
you?
that one. Ah, sploosh!
Yeah, that time that happens, but you're not. You're able to keep
So
your head
what's
above
happening
water.
with me?
Your hair starts shedding, and your claws grow or start. Your hands start going back into hands.
All right, I'll be up soon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have fun.
Ah, sploosh!
Andrew
It shrank a little bit, I'm guessing.
Andrew gets back on top of the wall and is enjoying the show.
What shrinks, Jackson?
I already had claws, so
Ah,
I'm guessing they
sploosh!
just shrank a little bit.
You have more like hands. Unless you take the specific feat, you actually don't have claws.
Guys, we have some pretty special rolls tonight.
Yeah, you can't get above a 9.
33s! Oh my gosh!
Zacharias has spent about a minute just climbing and falling back in. He'll try again. Zacharias is nothing if not persistent.
Finally come out. I finally asked
Ah!
what's going on.
Andrew, as you kind of come up to him, Andrew's gonna like, well, he's trying to climb out of the well, and he's fallen in back in 3 times. It's quite the show.
Zacharias climbs out, gets onto his hands and knees, just coughs out water.
It's alright, Zacharias. Good job. You made it out.
Of course I did. I always have a plan.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
He puts his pittance back in his bag.
Your bag is soaked.
Yep.
You're soaked.
Yep.
Looks
He
like
goes
you'll
over to
have
the fire. I'll take
sit
first
by the
watch.
fire.
He takes out anything in his bag that might be water damage. Let's see.
Andrew kind of turns to Drage and he's like, well, now our drinking water has now bath flavored.
It's okay.
Zacharias, to be more
Technically, Zacharias looks over. Technically, it's fish flavored.
Andrew face palms.
Okay.
Well, anyway, since
Here
you're
we
up, you
go to
might as well
sleep.
take the next watch. Andrew says. And he kind of goes to sleep.
Zacharias sits by the fire and he puts his blanket next to the fire and hopes that it'll dry off too.
Blanket all
stuff
this time.
wet now. Oh my gosh.
And Drage is just sleeping on the loose rocks.
So comfy.
All right. Well, somebody give me another.
Oh, wait!
What?
I specified it's a waterproof backpack.
Oh really?
You did specify.
I bought the waterproof backpack, so he doesn't have to dry anything off.
And that was
Oh.
the D20 I asked for, Jackson, or was that something else?
That was the one you just said.
Okay, perfect.
Give me a D20, and
Thank
I rolled.
I appreciate it.
Guys,
Thank
it's time for combat.
No.
you. Oops.
Uh-oh.
What?
Was that D1000 for how many gnolls are attacking us?
518 nulls.
Spring of the force to overwhelm your defenses and eat you all.
Roll for initiative. 522 rolls later.
4 dragons come and try to save us. Still fail.
I doubt they'd come and save me.
For a while, Zacharias just sitting by the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sitting by the fire. How long are people's shifts? How long are you going to be there?
He'll be here as long as it takes to dry himself off.
That'll
the
probably be
fire.
like 10 minutes.
I mean, thoroughly. He was pretty thoroughly soaked and
That is
dried.
thoroughly, because it doesn't take very long to air dry.
And when the sun's not out, I think.
It might take a little longer, so yeah.
Yeah.
We'll say-
He'll be up for an hour or two.
All right. So you've probably gone to bed and somebody else has taken over. Because this will be 7 hours later.
So just at daybreak.
Not quite.
Would it not?
Because you guys
Well,
went to bed at twilight, so somewhere like 7.
I don't know if it was at twilight, because it was twilight when Zacharias got his fish gills.
Yeah,
True.
that's why he
So-
went to bed at twilight. These two went to bed at twilight, I guess.
Oh, those two, yeah.
Hour later would be 8 o'clock. Another 7 hours would be 5 in the morning.
Okay. That's true, yeah.
So it's close to morning. Who would be on guard? Did Dredge take any turns at all in guard duty?
Me?
Yeah, I would assume so. Since you're out there. I mean, we have everyone take turns other than Cornwall.
Cornwick! Respect the wizard!
Did I say Cornwall?
Yes!
did.
I meant Cornwick.
He is a
What is
wall of
Cornwall?
corn.
Why did Cornwall come in there? Whatever.
So I
Write
guess
that down. Make that your next character.
if Glim was to come see if you were going to take a turn, what would you say, Dredge?
I would just do it.
You just do it? All right.
Not
Nice.
much. He hasn't even spoken to me.
Well, it's because it's Brody's character. I have a hard time NPCing Brody's character.
Yeah.
I would do it.
So Dredge starts taking his turn. I guess since you can see over the wall, you see how many is it?
518.
518.
Thank you.
Uh-oh.
6.
You see 8 deer sort of walk into the clearing here and start grazing on this grass.
Oh.
Or elk, I guess, specifically. But
Ooh, this is a chance to get some more food.
A chance to get.
He's just
freaking-
watching them,
A chance to have gnolls attack them again.
watching them,
Did I call it?
anything.
I think I might have called it gay.
You just watching them. And about this point, Ander,
Uh-huh.
you wake up feeling very tingly and weird.
Oh no, your spell is coming into effect.
Oh my gosh. Ander kind of gets up and he's like, what the heck?
You feel a pulling on your hair, and
Ah.
a sort of weight starts to happen on your chest.
Wait. Ender kind of pulls his shirt and looks down.
Yeah, you notice that you have grown a nice pair of tatas.
What? Is he a girl now?
Uh,
You also
he
notice
kinda
that
runs up to Cornwick.
you also notice that the male bits are missing.
Oh my
Holy
goodness,
shit.
he's a girl now. The first girl on the island.
Ender like shakes Cornwick.
Oh, what's it? With all
What
this,
happened to me?
Yes, girl voice, yes.
with all this racket, Dredge, you see the deer run off.
Round start,
Wait.
So you turned around and you're doing what?
then holds an axe to you.
There's a wall there, by the way. The only entrance is actually right here.
Then he comes in and holds an axe towards you.
It's also very short, so you'd have to crawl.
Does he still look like Ander?
Kind of. He looks like a halfling woman. His
Yes,
hair.
You are not part of the. So he thinks you're an enemy.
No, Trace, don't do it, don't do it!
Oh, who
It's me,
are you,
Ander.
woman?
It's
What
me,
is
Ander.
this?
It's Ander!
Ander!
Zacharias, we can put this.
Yes,
He's
you guys are
wearing-
all awake at this point.
Zacharias gets up and looks over.
Attack.
Who is she?
You're attacking?
Attack into
Wait,
this
what?
tight space.
Oh, can I go try to tackle him and prevent this?
So Zacharias hears that this is Ander. I guess give me a grapple check to see if you're able to stop him from attacking.
So that would be athletics.
Yeah, opposed
Cramped
athletics.
space.
Ah. Get away from the woman, man thing.
It's an opposed athletics as well, Jackson, so you're going to have to make it as well.
Do a athletics too.
Yeah, athletics.
Ah!
Oh,
You
no.
don't get there in time. Go ahead and roll your attack, Jackson.
You're kidding!
He doesn't. However, Dredge does not account. Yeah, Dredge does not account for the fact that he's in a small enclosed space and gets his axe stuck in the ceiling.
My ceiling!
At this point, Zacharias tackles into him.
You break the wall of the thing. The hut.
No, it holds together fairly well. They use thick wood.
Yeah, we used it. We made it nice. Zacharias carries him to the ground, probably like outside, since he's right in the doorway, and goes like, he's like, "That is not how we treat our guests and/or party members."
Watch.
Watch.
You said watch.
Yes.
Oh.
Watch outside, not inside.
Get out here! Get out here!
She doesn't belong with us.
She is Ander, I think. Magic business.
Lying.
She's wearing the same clothes.
Come on, get out here! Cornwick casts
Comes
light on
inside.
his staff, so everyone can see perfectly now.
Smooth saxophone plays.
Anders just kind of like folded arms, kind of like, yeah, you know.
What happened to you?
I was just gonna go back to watching.
It must have been your spell, your scroll that I tried to read earlier.
Why would it activate now? What did you do?
I tried to read it. Remember? Then it dissolved.
Cornwick looks positively stumped.
How long does this last, Cornwick?
Well, if it's the regular spell, only an hour.
And if it's not?
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm gonna go back to sleep. Maybe this will be gone in the morning.
I don't know if I feel comfortable sleeping in the same room with a woman.
I was about to say the exact same thing. I'm gonna sleep out here. I guess I'll just...
Oh my gosh.
I'm up for the night.
Zacharias like slinks in, grips his bedroll, and pulls it out, and then sleeps out here.
Glim and Cornwick just sit by the fire.
Andrew gets the whole cabin to himself.
And he's just sitting there like, what in the what in the what in the what?
To him / herself.
I love
Well,
these.
am I still on watch?
Well, I guess everyone else is awake. You don't have to be on watch.
Only these two are awake right now.
Okay. Well, if they're awake, I'm gonna fall asleep.
That's fine. All right, so people wake up later, probably around the normal time, around like 8ish. Andrew, you're back to normal.
Oh, thank goodness.
I love
Andrew,
scroll mishaps are the best.
That sounds amazing.
Andrew comes out of the lean-to
Oh crap!
of the shelter.
You drank multiple potions in the similar time too.
Wait,
What?
who
Does that impact
drank
it?
multiple potions? What are you talking about?
If you drink multiple potions within a certain amount of time of each other, it causes a mishap.
Wait.
It causes a
Is
potion
that for
mishap.
one person or is that two, like separate people?
It's for one person.
Okay, so good. None of us drank 2 potions.
Oh, did you not?
No,
No.
I drank one,
Oh,
And
and then
then,
Zacharias drank the other. Well, Zacharias drank the first one. I drank the second one.
they
Okay.
both read spells.
yes,
Yeah.
they both drank one potion and they both read one spell.
Yes.
Okay.
Phew.
All right, continue.
Interesting mechanic to keep in mind. Goodness.
Oh my gosh. Well, Andrew comes out and he's like, "I'm not a woman."
Zacharias comes over. He's like, "Oh, I thought I was dreaming that."
Oh, you were Zacharias.
Good. He says with a thumbs up.
And just like, and it continues. It's like, kind of walks around. He's like, so you guys are awake still?
Cornwick looks up at you. Oh, yes. I'm glad to see that you're back to normal.
Yeah, I
sorry.
am too.
Always lose my voice too. It's more like this, right? It's something like this.
I think it was something like that.
All right. Oh,
So I can swing an axe.
You can swing an axe.
Me too. I can also swing a
Zacharias.
sword. He
Oh,
swings
I
his sword
said,
around.
I said, you should make the hut bigger so I can swing an axe in there.
Oh
Oh,
no!
they've been enlarging the hut. Actually, they're gonna make an actual house, and they're gonna make one for everybody.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's gonna happen
House.
eventually. Although I don't know if it's possible with the amount of people we have now. We may need a larger workforce.
I think we may also need a larger territory. I wasn't expecting to build this base for more than just us 4 or us 3 original.
I thought you were starting a country,
True.
Yes, starting one. You don't start a country in a week.
but if you start a country, you need more than just 4 people.
Yes, but I wasn't expecting to find more people here at first.
Well, I think we should go find more people. What do you say?
Yeah, there was
Yep,
a
there's
boat crash, for
most
heaven's
definitely
sakes.
more people out
That's
there.
true. I assumed everyone had died.
I'm fairly certain most of them did.
To expect to start a village without a female.
That too.
He looks at Ender.
I'm not a female.
Question.
What?
What the crap would happen if he got pregnant during that time?
You don't have the reproductive system.
Okay, good.
Just alters your
That'd be
form, what you
really-
look like, and what you sound like. It doesn't give
Okay,
you
good.
eggs.
Good.
Thank
That'd be
goodness.
creepy and weird.
That'd be so weird. Right as you're about to give birth, you have to read another scroll.
I think the
This
baby
is-
just wouldn't even develop.
Probably not.
Ugh.
Oh,
You have to be
jeez.
reading scrolls like every hour for 9 months.
And failing.
He can't make that many scrolls at once. Who moved to the oven?
I did,
Why?
cause it's not there yet.
It's not there yet? You haven't built this?
Or did we try to? I don't remember.
Yeah, we built an oven
Don't
thing.
take, because you guys said you were cooking something on the oven.
Sure, whatever. Yeah, we still have it. I didn't remember if we did or didn't. So that makes it day 10 or day 11 now.
It's
'Cause we started on day
day 10.
Got it.
I have a day counter for if anyone wants to go look at it.
It's the very bottom handouts.
Ah.
I went through and watched them all to make sure I was at least mostly correct on that.
Look like today, Caleb.
You don't like today?
Weather look like today, Caleb.
Oh, what does the weather look like today? It looks like a nice, clear, sunny skies with a 50% chance of cloud coverage, but a 0% chance of rain.
0%.
Zacharias closes his laptop that he's watching the freaking Weather Channel on.
This is Johnny Frost signing off.
Dredge
We're always so
needs to
confusing.
grab the laptop and break it.
Why would you do this?
Too bad.
I was
Your games are
watching-
bad for kids.
I was only halfway through. I was only halfway through Game of Thrones, you monster! It hasn't even gotten good yet!
Everyone dies. It happens.
Oh,
Alright, well,
Just
we
like
gotta do
real.
something today, guys.
Like what?
We could either expand the house, find more food.
I wouldn't mind helping to hunt, although I cannot shoot a bow.
So, you guys are going hunting then? Is that what I hear?
Apparently.
I may stick behind and build.
Right, well, who's going hunting?
Ander will raise his hand. I can go.
I've got to build unless you need a sword.
Oh, I don't think we'll need a sword for hunting.
Glim also
Oh,
offers that he can stay and build.
Yes, little man.
Drage, would you like to go hunting with me?
Sure.
Alright.
Do you like any scrolls or potions?
As long as you tell me what they are beforehand.
Well, what do you want?
Well, the invisibility potions were pretty good.
All right.
Automatically makes food.
I don't have something for that.
Well, I mean, is there anything that can, like I can pour on my bow and it'll make it, like, really good? I don't know. Shoot better?
No.
Oh. Well, those invisibility potions were cool. What kind of potions can you make other than that? I don't know.
Well, there's the growth potions. I can make climbing potions and healing potions and mind reading potions, water breathing potions, and resistance potions.
Huh. Well,
Did he say mind reading potions?
you sure did. Well, I
Zacharias-
could use those one invisibility potion for me and for Drage.
All right.
How many can he do, and how long does it last?
He can do 4, and they last until consumed.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow. All right. So 2 invisibility potions and then 2 healing, or like 1 healing and then what was the other ones? There was the giant growth, the resistance.
Climbing, growth, healing, and he has multiple types of healing depending on what spell slot he wants to use for it.
I think the climbing sounds good.
Yeah, mind reading, water breathing, and resistance.
Okay, so let's take a like a good or like a good healing potion, a climbing potion, 2 invisibility potions.
Okay, that uses all of his 3rd level spell slots.
Cool. I will put those into my character things.
So how sturdy is the tree that Zacharias shoved into the ground?
It's fairly sturdy, considering.
Okay, okay. I'm considering it might be nice to make like a. He does. Zacharias does have like a 10-foot ladder. We could make a little platform up there and use it as like a little watchtower.
Nice.
That's probably what he's going to be working on.
Okay.
Any scrolls?
I don't think so. I think we'll be okay without the scrolls.
You
Wait,
wanted
what did
what?
you say?
Ball scroll.
A ball scroll?
Fireball.
Oh, I can't make that one, actually.
Oh.
A scroll that make trees come to life.
I'm not an arborist wizard or a combat wizard. I'm mostly a utility wizard.
Yes, that's how we turn men to fish wizards.
Scroll that makes an ice elemental.
Do you want a scroll of sleep? Make things go to sleep?
Scrolls? What kind of scrolls can you make?
Could I use that on myself?
Yes.
Zacharias, I don't think it's a good
Sleeping
time to sleep.
scroll.
Well, if everyone's really loud at night like they were last night, it'd be really nice if I could just go back to sleep.
Well, if I had any 3rd level spell slots left, I could use Dispel Magic. But I can't.
I don't think we'll need any of these scrolls for now.
I can also do Enlarge or Reduce, Skywrite, Alter Self, Sleep, Illusory Script, Comprehend Languages, and Alarm.
Save your enlarge. I need that
Ooh,
today.
comprehend languages. I like that one.
Alright, you get 1 scroll of Comprehend Languages.
Thank you. Alright, I think we'll be good from here.
And you, big fella, I can do Enlarge 3 times today.
Yes! Do it now!
Alright. You make improvements to the house or whatever you want.
He's gonna try to make a. After he enlarges, he's gonna hop over here and start stripping away the branches from this big tree to make it just a big old post.
Alright, so we're gonna go the not the opposite direction of the camp, but like to the side of the camp. You know what I mean? That's the way I want to go.
Show me which way we're going.
Yeah, which way is that? Northeast, west, south?
Which way is the camp at?
Your camp?
Let's go east.
I mean the village, the tribe.
East.
The tribe is west, so east would take you to the river towards where the battlefield was.
Uh-huh. So I want to go
and
south.
Let's go south.
South is where you came from when you crash landed on the boat, and north is where you find the most of the elk areas that had gnolls.
Well, we've experienced better luck in hunting up north, so north we go.
Other people, if you go.
Oh, other people. No, you're right. Yeah, so south. I think south, going along the coast and seeing if we can find any more people would be a good idea. Well, we
In a harder time than we are.
So you're heading south?
I think so. Yeah.
You guys travel for about 2 hours before you reach a river. This is the river you followed initially.
You can see the map, right, Drage?
Yes, I
Jackson.
can. I may.
Okay. You
going.
direct me from here.
Keep going south, I guess.
Are you going to try and cross the river to keep going south, or are you going to follow the river, which is going like
I
that way?
start there and start swimming through it.
You just start swimming?
Andrew doesn't want to get his stuff that he's holding wet, so he's not going to follow.
Oh. You want to.
We'll just follow the river and find a, or like a ford or something so we can cross without getting super wet.
Okay.
You know there was a ford probably about a half an hour northwest-ish that you used to get to the camp. On this river specifically.
Well,
Yeah,
Drace
then
can see the
why-
map, so you decide. We want to go.
It doesn't have
Towards the-
landmarks or anything.
Oh.
He sees only the map that he's seen before.
Oh.
It's revealed
No
as he moves.
rivers.
I see. Okay, so let's just follow the river then.
Where did you guys come from?
Where did we come from? We came from the south.
Yeah, they followed followed this river up and then went this way to find where they wanted to build their camp. No, they reached the lake. There's a lake here, and then they went to find their camp.
Go which way you were going.
Follow the river. So give me a d20 roll then. Perfect. You both made one. You continue to follow the river until you reach the beach area where you can see open ocean out in front of you.
Aha! Aha! Well, now we should inspect this beach until we find any, like, animals
there
and
any-
or driftwood.
Is there any what?
We need to...
Look around the beach area and try to find stuff.
Give me a perception.
Thing.
We keep doing it at the same time. That's hilarious.
Yeah, Drage specifically, he just starts looking around the beach and he sees some driftwood. I assume you walk towards it. When you get
Andrew
there, you see some parts of what looks to be some sort of boat crash. However, as you get, they would have faded, but a little bit farther away from like the sand line where the sand like turns into foliage, you see that there are some tracks heading out into the forest.
I tell Ander what I've found.
Oh, okay. Anders been following you and seeing what you see.
He grabs the driftwood if he can reach it.
You can get to it. Yeah, there's just large chunks of waterlogged wood. Probably not useful for too much.
You want to follow the tracks?
Yeah,
Does it look like
follow the tracks.
So are they, Caleb?
Give me a survival to check it out.
Ooh, I can do that. I have good survival.
Sorry, what just happened? I only clicked it once.
Andrew rolled as well, though. You're not really able to make out the tracks very well. They seem really old.
About 10 days old.
Andrew's also not able to. They're fairly old tracks,
Hmm.
and there seems to be other tracks that like crisscross over them. However, these tracks specifically seem to be humanoid in nature, at least.
Are they like shoe prints? Or are they just impressions in the dirt?
At this point, they're just impressions in the dirt.
All right, we should move more inland and follow these tracks and see if we can.
How long have you guys been out here for?
About 10 days.
Why didn't you look for survivors on the second day?
We were busy setting up a shelter. Kind of smiles.
Starts
We
following the tracks.
we found Cornwick like day 6 or 7. I don't remember.
Yeah, he was writing in the sky.
Yeah.
I need one of you to make me a survival to follow these tracks. Figure out who it is before you roll.
Yeah.
Well-
So what's your bonus on survival? 3.
You're
I
good.
guess I get +7, so I'll do it.
Ooh.
You're able to follow
There you
these
go.
tracks, and
Any
Hmm?
food or anything when we're traveling this?
you want to give me a survival as you're looking for food?
He's doing the track thing. I'll do that.
You're able to find some minuscule amounts of food, not a ton, but after a while you'll get a bunch, right?
We found some mushrooms.
Yeah, some edible mushrooms. But you follow the tracks for a while, and eventually you get to the point where you can see there are more fresh tracks of the similar type, and these ones are boot prints.
Perfect.
And then they'll lead off in a different direction if you want to follow those.
Well, the fresh ones are probably a better bet,
Especially their boots.
especially as they're boots. Can I tell what the older ones were now?
The older ones, they seem like they are the same, but one's older and one's newer.
I asked him,
Okay.
how many people do you think there are?
Well, considering us 3 survived and so did Cornwick, there might be. Well, how many people are on the boat total?
Like 100 something? Low
All right,
hundreds.
maybe like 30 of them survived. I don't know.
It was a
Just
big
a
boat.
rough guess. There's a lot of people, so there's a very high chance that there's more survivors.
All right.
But
Okay.
let's follow these boot
You
tracks.
don't know.
Because obviously, these boot tracks are not ours.
Eventually you come to an opening in the forest where the forest opens back out into the beach to the beach.
Uh-huh.
However, you also see on the a little farther down to the east, you see that there is a small looking built shelter on the tree line from the tree line of the beach.
It looks like something.
Looks like someone survived.
The guy starts just walking towards the shelter.
Sure. Andrew will follow a little bit behind.
All right. You get to the shelter. Boop.
Or
There's no door or anything. It's like a small, just like lean-to sort of thing. Not anything spectacular.
He looks inside.
You just see leaves and sort of a straw, sort of a thing, like a thatch. Thank you.
any food in here?
There is no food.
So sorry to interrupt, but I am getting married tomorrow. I might. Is it okay if I go to bed? You guys could keep playing and doing your thing, but
Okay, we'll just finish this and then we'll head out. So yeah, if you'd like.
yeah. Thanks for hosting and everything.
Yep.
Congratulations!
Best wishes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's really exciting. It's crazy.
I didn't even know this was happening. This is awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Well,
That's why my sound
what
problem is
day?
going to be fixed.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, see you guys.
See you.
next week probably.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Awesome.
Yeah, you will see you tomorrow because of the wedding.
Yep.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Well, that's cool.
All right, we'll finish this and we'll get off.
All right.
Yeah, looking inside, you just see leaves and stuff set up as a bedding.
Ah.
Prince, just tell us where.
I'm gonna look around. Let's see if I see anyone.
You can give me a perception. Both of you can.
I'm not rolling anything today.
It's all right. I look
Andrew,
around.
Andrew, you're able to see somebody a little farther in the bushes, past the tree line, and he seems to be watching you. And as you look over, he ducks into them.
Hey, you! It's all right. You can come out.
What's that thing you've got with you?
It's all right. He's a friend.
What is he?
He's a dragon, humanoid. I don't know what he is,
Yeah.
but he's not dangerous.
I don't quite believe you. I'm pretty sure he's dangerous.
What? Well, if he was dangerous, he probably would have killed me by now.
The man stands up and walks around the bush. And you can give me a wisdom check.
See if I recognize him.
See if you recognize him.
Wisdom. Ooh, there
Alright,
you go.
Jack, you are unable to
Oh.
recognize him as you were not on the boat.
I realize I'm like, why am I rolling wisdom again?
Ander, however, you actually you recognize him, and you surprisingly know his name.
Ooh,
This is his name is Ulfric.
Is he
Ulfric.
human?
Yes, he is a human, and he's a fairly older man. He was part of the guard division.
oh frick!
Yes.
I remember you from the boat.
Ah, halfling. Let's...
I was one of
thought
the
he would look-
adventurers they hired.
Apparently, you guys talked at some point because he also rolled fairly decently to know who you are.
Oh, cool.
Ander, yes. Good friend. I
Well,
guess.
and you can trust me that this man, his name is Drage. Man, I don't know if I can call him man. Anyway, he's all right. He's friendly, at least much as I know of. Anyway, hey, we have a campsite, like an actual like walled area with a building, fire, and a well, and everything. You should come with us.
Sounds like better than here on the beachfront where orcs and goblins attack. Ugh.
Have you been attacked by them?
I've had a few try to sneak up on me, but I showed them a thing or two. This old man's
Any
got some
others?
spunk in him yet.
Any other survivors?
I haven't seen any.
Have you seen any more driftwood nearby at all, or have you ventured really far away?
I tried not to go too far in. I didn't want to get lost.
That's a great idea. Good thing you didn't. Well, we know the way back to the campsite, so on the way back we have to do some more hunting for food. Would you care to join?
I can. I'm just not one for a prolonged amount of exercise. These old bones
Alright.
aren't what they used to be.
Alright, so you don't have to participate in the hunt. We'll do the hunting ourselves. Just, don't get lost.
No, I can follow just
stick,
fine.
Stick around us. Alright, well, let's continue hunting then. So, we head back into the forest, I guess.
Yes, Drage. Drage, is it?
Yes.
Where do you hail?
Swamp.
You hail from a swamp.
A swamp, huh? Andrew looks up. Huh. You're a long way from home.
Looks very
Smiles.
sad now.
Anyway, you'll get back there someday. Let's continue on. Let's get some food.
No.
Ulfric will point at your bow, actually. Are you any good with that thing,
Me?
Drage?
His circle is green. He's trying to talk.
Yes. Good. I'm glad that you seem competent. We'll have to talk
I'm
more.
all right.
You all right? What?
I'm all right
What?
too with my bow. He kind of pulls out a short bow.
I remember you shooting barrels on the ship. Pretty
Oh, yeah.
accurate. There you go. Since you're a halfling and you're not very sociable, you know him because you gambled with him.
Much better.
That would make sense.
Hey, gambling. That
Played
guess
dice.
Dredge wouldn't know what that is.
All right. Another D20. I'm gonna have David roll it, just so we don't have two rolls.
Get it.
Good. Also, oh gosh, Jackson, give me a survival with advantage.
I roll twice.
Yes.
There's also a feature on the character sheet that you can go from normal to advantage with.
If he has
At
it
the top.
activated, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
8.
8. So yeah, you're pretty much able to get.
Anything.
You're able to get some food, but not a whole ton. Probably just enough for the day at least.
All right. For how many people?
For the amount of people you have, 6.
Cool. All right. We'll have to go hunting again tomorrow.
Okay.
Yep.
We can try to find more people.
You get back, and we'll do introductions next time.
Hooray!
Hey!
Well,
Remember,
that was
people,
fun.
hold your action.
Till next time.
Still no females.
Still no females, I know.
Sausage fest.
I should probably give the outro at some point.
Oh, we haven't done that yet.
No.
Oh, we should totally do that.
All right, campers, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please leave a like down below. If you want to see more, head to our channel. Check out some other stuff. If you want to see some other stuff, head over to our old channel and check out some of that stuff. And if you want to see other stuff, then the internet is filled with stuff. And just more stuff and more stuff. And until next time, we'll see you around the campfire. See campers.
Bye.